and a similar number of computers are compromised every day. The cost of cybercrime is hundreds of billions of euros every year. Cyber attacks on major international organisations and governments have become a daily reality. And I would, if I might, point out particularly the need to protect our children from those who would threaten or abuse
Protect
them.
the children.
Unacceptable
Protect
in
our
every
that you
unacceptable in cyberspace too. So these two sides of the coin mean we have to find a fine balance in our policy making. At the heart of our policy is a firm belief that the protection of fundamental rights is as important in the virtual world as in the real world. We are united in Europe on that principle. For cyberspace to remain open and free, the same norms, the same principles and values that we uphold offline must also apply online. The European Union is determined to promote and defend our values online. For everyone to enjoy the benefits of cyberspace, it has to remain free and open. That's the guiding principle of the EU cyber diplomacy. But we have to recognise our responsibilities too. We need to agree the norms of behaviour in cyberspace between countries. Some important initiatives have already been launched to build trust and confidence between countries. And there's a need to establish crisis communication lines and enhance dialogue on cyber issues. Trust and confidence should be improved not only between states, but also between the private and public sector. So the strategy we're launching today sets out a number of priorities to improve IT systems, reduce cybercrime and establish an international cyberspace policy for the European Union. That means looking at how member states work better together and what the EU institutions and agencies can do to help them. It means improving cooperation between different EU policy areas and promoting coordination between the military and civilian sides. And it means working closely with our international partners, the private sector and civil society. We believe that the expansion of the internet has been a success story. The new EU strategy is an important moment to work together for a safe, secure and free internet. Thank you.
Thank you. Just adding to the very wise words of Cathy Ashton, internet very important for our economy, for our values and for our human rights, rightly said. So we all recognize that insecure systems could harm all the benefits. We recognize that we need to work together, and that is why we are standing here with the three of us. And normally spoken, people are just wondering if we could cooperate. I can assure you this is a great experience in cooperating with two very powerful women, so to say. The girl power is at stake. I was just wondering, for taking into account what you are doing, you journalists, if you allow me to say so, how you are doing your job today and tomorrow. Many of you, and I'm certain about that, will be trying to cover the EU budget negotiations today and tomorrow and tonight, and all of you are under huge pressure to be in two places at once. Having said that, juggle stories, issues, sources, and the majority is watching the press conference online. That is not an easy job, so to say, and the new way of journalism is only possible to be at two spots at the same time, so to say, if the internet works properly. All of your tweets, all of your blogs and web updates are for nothing if our cybersecurity and our cyber resilience fails, and your stories can't get out. And that is, in a nutshell, the importance, the main importance of an open, safe and free internet to our society, to our economy and to our democracy. But the more we depend, and we are aware of that, on the online world, the more we depend on it to be secure. Staying open, staying free is essential to online innovation. And there is no true freedom without security. Not when you are walking down the street and not when you are online. And by the way, that EU budget being negotiated includes essential investments to boost online safety. and cybersecurity through the digital Connecting Europe facility. And that is what Europe needs right now. And we need your help to make that clear to those who are just not on the same page. As Kathy and Cecilia areas of focus demonstrate, there are many different actions to ensure cybersecurity. But they complement each other. It is not a ring-fenced territory, it is absolutely a complement. For example, to be taken seriously by international partners, we must get our own house in order. We are all familiar with cyber incidents, and rightly mentioned by the High Commissioner. We are all aware of the consequences, from phishing scams, identity theft, to the case of the Dutch certification company, DG Notar, to the outages for millions that can follow natural disasters like storms. We need to protect our networks and our systems and make them resilient. And that can only happen when all actors play their part and take up their responsibilities.